The Internet Invitational wasn't supposed to become the biggest golf event of the year. It wasn't supposed to pull in over 20 million viewers across the 6 episodes. And it definitely wasn't supposed to outshine the biggest tournament in golf. But here we are, the Masters, the holy grail of tradition. They averaged 12.7 million viewers on Sunday for the 2025 tournament. That's a nearly century-old institution, a global TV powerhouse. And yet a YouTube tournament run by Barstool Sports and Bob Does Sports, they nearly doubled it. That's when it became clear. This wasn't just content anymore. This was a cultural shift. The official arrival of internet golf. Long before Barstool created this monster, the rise had already begun. You had the Bryan Bros, who was really cracking the door open with energy and talent. Good and Grant Horvat, they took it mainstream. Polished swings, big production, millions of loyal viewers. Bryson DeChambeau then entered the space, bringing in PGA credibility to a creator world that wasn't supposed to have any credibility. And then channels like Busta Jack, Luke Kwan, GM Golf, Fat Perez, they built full communities from scratch that are still loyal to them to this day. But for years, it was all in disconnected different pockets. Creators were growing their own worlds, but nothing was necessarily combining those worlds. You could feel the internet golf momentum over the last 5 years. But then Barstool, they pulled the pin. The Internet Invitational was the explosion. For the first time, every fan base, every creator, every style of golf content was meeting on the same stage. This wasn't just a normal video. This wasn't just a normal collaboration between 2 channels. This was the first ever Players Championship of YouTube. Creators, risers, villains, unknowns, wildcards, chaotic, authentic, unfiltered. This was everything the traditional tours are not. And for the first time, YouTube golf didn't look like a subculture. It looked like the future of the sport. But this moment didn't happen by accident. It was engineered, designed, calculated by a company that understands the internet, social media, marketing better than any sports media in the world. Barstool Sports, they know how to start fires. That's a given. And they know how to keep them burning. They didn't promote the Internet Invitational like a normal golf tournament. They promoted this like a blockbuster release. Every Barstool personality was talking about it, whether that's a direct order by the company or just a natural aspect of working at Barstool Sports. Podcasts were breaking it down like they were NFL playoff games. Social media was pumping out reactions, memes, and hype like clockwork. On episode 1 alone, there's well over 19,000 comments. Not just views, that's 19,000 comments, people talking about this golf tournament. And that was just the beginning of everything. NDAs meant no leaks, no early storylines, no spoilers. Barstool controlled this narrative from start to finish. Every frame, every reveal, every conversation. They controlled this tournament, this content. And the production of it, it was cinematic in a way that Barstool had never executed before. Real money into it, real pacing, real storytelling. If you compare this to the Ryder's Cup just a couple months back, it is a night and day difference. The Ryder's Cup, that felt like just YouTube content. The Internet Invitational felt like a television series. But the real magic wasn't just in the editing. It was in what the pressure did to the people inside of it. YouTube golf is supposed to be loose. Laughs, cold beers, light trash talk. But then you throw a $1.7 million prize pool into the mix, add a million eyeballs waiting on every single swing, add Barstool's hype amplifier. Suddenly this became the most pressure that any of these golfers had ever experienced on a golf course. And pressure, it reveals people. Luke Kwan became the villain on day 1 in a storyline that nobody ever could have drummed up or ever thought could have happened to a person that's played in professional golf. The Duke and Chaz, they became cult heroes overnight. DOD became the most polarizing figure of the whole entire golf tournament with his comments and his style. Fasoli had one of the most embarrassing moments a videographer could ever have with his 1 hole. Brad Dahlke played himself into national stardom. Then you have the cheating allegations that turned this into one of the most highly debated YouTube golf events ever. And then you have the final moments of this, the tribute to Beef hitting the final shot, the fact that Beef hits the first shot as well. It was emotional, it was raw, it was human. It made me cry. It made many others cry. This reminded everyone as to why this mattered. This wasn't fabricated drama. This wasn't even a scripted conflict. This wasn't a forced narrative. Matter of fact, if most of this was scripted, it wouldn't even be believable. Barstool didn't create these characters though. It was the pressure of this that did. And in the finale, those characters turned into something no one expected. People we genuinely cared about, whether we wanted to like them or hate them. We genuinely cared about the outcome of this. And when the internet cares about something, it doesn't stay small for long. The entire golf world at this point is asking the same question. What happens next? Already rumors of Caitlin Clark, Kai Trump being involved in the next one. All because this is not a one-time event. This was the pilot episode of something that can be truly massive. There's some that think Barstool will continue this to be a one-off every single year. The YouTube version of the Players' Championship. Others think we might be witnessing the birth of an entirely new competitive circuit for creators. But here's the truth. The Internet Invitational doesn't just look like a tournament. It honestly looks like a TV show waiting to happen. Barstool has created their own version of TV shows and put it onto the internet. But this is waiting for a Netflix, a Hulu, and Amazon to jump in, create something that is bigger than anything we have seen before in the golf world. Any one of those companies could pick this up tomorrow and it would explode. It has everything. Characters, comedy, villains, underdogs, heartbreak, real stakes, a built-in viewership, rivaling professional sports. This is like Drive to Survive for golf creators, Hard Knocks for golf, reality TV, but on a golf course. And the ripple effect could be massive. I have 3 predictions. Bob Does Sports becomes an official branch of Barstool. Their chemistry together is way too strong to ignore. My second prediction, Portnoy reinvents the Barstool golf vertical, investing heavily into foreplay until it starts to rival or even surpass the bar that has been set by Good. Prediction 3 is merch. Barstool is already one of the best quick churn merch brands in the world. They already sell foreplay merch and have Barstool golf merch. I think that they could make it a lot bigger, and I think Dave Portnoy knows that. And I think that he could invest heavily into merch. My final prediction, though, is Portnoy doesn't just pick one of these lanes. He pursues a mixture of all 3. He knows when he has momentum. He knows when there's money to be made. But all this leads to something bigger than Barstool, bigger than creators, and bigger than YouTube. The Internet Invitational changed something fundamentally. Golf is no longer defined by who has a PGA Tour card. Golf is defined by who has an audience. Creators are the stars. Social media is the gallery. YouTube is the course. This wasn't a trend, and this isn't a peak of YouTube golf. This was the moment internet golf became the next era of the sport. And years from now, when people look back at the moment everything shifted, when creator golf officially became bigger than traditional golf, they won't point to a major championship or a tour victory or a viral clip. They'll point to one event, the Internet Invitational. This is the spark that started it all. Before we close, there's one more thing that needs to be said. Barstool didn't just run a golf tournament. They ran a marketing clinic throughout this entire event. They used every weapon in their arsenal. They used their podcast with real conversations. They had personalities with real stakes on the line. They used clips designed to spark debate on social media. They have storylines that they built for replayability. This isn't controversy that was manufactured. This is controversy that they amplified in a very strategic way. This is the Barstool method. Start conversations, let the internet fight, fuel the hype, deliver the content, bring those same people back again and again. And when you create a product this big, this emotional, this cinematic, those conversations turn into real customers. Brand loyalty, eyeballs, revenue, and here's the crazy part, we haven't even touched on how much money Barstool Sports and Bob Does Sports made throughout this. Sponsorships, YouTube revenue, merch, new audience, flow through. This event was a gold mine way before the finale even aired. Actually, this became a gold mine right after episode 1, and they continued to build on it and build on it and build on it. In the end, what this shows, storytelling is the future of marketing. Not even the future. It's been the past, it's in the present, and it's also the future. Storytelling is how you create that emotional bond with your consumer, whether that's selling content, shirts, shoes, hats. No matter what you are selling, you have to have that emotional bond with your consumer. When it is all said and done, Dave Portnoy has put another notch in the win column for him. Another moment where Barstool didn't just participate in the culture, they have steered it. And with the Internet Invitational, they might have changed golf forever.